guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Let's go! Henry! 5. Here it comes! 2-6.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Gordon on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's McNair. Able to find Isabella. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On 1st and 10, McNair. Nice job keeping that open. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, keep it up. 80 weapons. 80 weapons.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. We own them. Hey, alert 3.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We know that Gano has that big leg. He had the longest made field goal in the NFL last year, 63 yards to beat the Giants in Week 4. That was the longest game winner in NFL history, and he converts from long here again.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try to right side this time, here with Gordon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. McNair. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Ebron's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
That's going to be a long day. Check up.
Now Jackson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34. Yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On second down now. It's Gordon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, break. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Here we go. Ready, go.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm here all day. Let's go.
On the carry, it's Jackson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do.
Here's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Throwing on 3rd and long. McNair eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Kaepernick. That's caught by Jackson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, Jackson. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's Marshall. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Check, 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 check.
From the gun, McNair. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. The open man is Westbrook. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check 50, check 50. Back. Go.
Operating from the gun. McNair under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Marr able to put this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. First and goal at the 5. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Put that team on the hunt. A little flare. No. Off. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
McNair to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Throwing on third and long. McNair. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch the slam. Tight dog. Tight. Race don't travel. Slam. You go tight. You got tight right there. 25. Ready.
They run again with Jackson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll try the option on third down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window, right?
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, McNair. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, McNair under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll start here with Jackson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. He'll go option to the short side. He spins free. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run again with Jackson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got to step it up.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were